Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you've seen a lot of videos on FC26, you know, ratings, leaked, etc. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there is an app right now, Radar FC. Go check them out. They do have all the leaked player ratings. So I've obviously taken the liberty to compile the best players that I've seen fit, the most realistic, you could say. Because everybody, when they say like starting players, I've seen some really insane starting players. Like people were saying Gyökeres, bro, is going to be a cheap starter. Okay, buddy. Let's jump into it, man. I know you're thinking to yourself, how can I improve my FC25 experience? Look no further. MONOEXP has the best, cheapest coins on the website. Best price, best guarantee. Use the code META for 8% off, bro. You can get literally any card. Go check them out right now. The very first one is going to be Matteo. Now, the way I thought about this, right, is judging by FC24. By the way, we don't know what's the real meta, let's be honest, but always pace is a huge contributing factor to meta every single FC/FIFA. I've played this game since FIFA 13, bro. I know, you know, so I do think pace, especially for an attacker perspective, is always going to be a huge shout. So yeah, we do have a couple of cards, all positions, some cards right there. Tell me in the comments, by the way, are you excited for FC26 firstly? What cards do you think are going to be really good to pick up? And then also what games you guys are playing. I actually am going to play some some NBA soon. So yeah, obviously not on the channel, but in my own downtime. Nonetheless though, very first card, let's stop yapping, is Matteo, 85 rated. Now I looked at a card and I was like, when it comes to the woman, right, in the game, there's always this thing of them being a little bit cheaper than the men. Now I don't know if it's because of supply. I'm not too sure. Maybe it's like a huge like supply chain, because obviously men and women now in the game since I think what was it, FIFA 23, chip shot plus, which pretty redundant, I'll be real. As I said, we don't know what's the meta, but we do know a good card when we see one. I mean, we're looking at a card that has, by the way, don't take this with a grain of salt, by the way, as well, because we're not too sure how accurate Radar FC is, you know. I always see these websites, especially before FC or new FIFA drops, and then you actually check the card and then the stat is not like aligned. But I think for the most part, though, a lot of people are using this website, so I feel like it is realistic. Matteo, though, as I said, 4-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves, a decent striker, you know, to just be at least somewhat usable, because especially now in the start of the game, let's be honest, it's going to be very hard to kind of adapt. So you want a card that's a little bit smaller, just so that's easier to turn with, you know. So yeah, I definitely think she's going to be good. In terms of price though, maybe 50k and under, I feel like. Let's jump over to Ayoze. Now this guy right here, Ayoze Perez, if you know, you know. 83 rated, bro. 4-star. I think he's going to be a couple of coins. I can't lie, he's going to be a bit pricey because a lot of people are looking at his card. What I liked about him is he has like pretty much stats that everything above 80, you know, for the most part, except for obviously physicality. What I liked about his card though, amazing pace firstly, finishing 86, low driven shot plus, well not plus, sorry, the normal. We all know that the gold cards are going to get slowed down in terms of power curve, so there's no pluses, you know, so that's why you won't see like cards looking insane. However, I mean, incisive and low driven as base, insane. And then we obviously have a couple of new playstyles, so do check that out. But yeah, for the most part, this card looks insane. Got the likes of the next one being Amora. Now, at the end of the day, let's be honest, there is going to be more attackers when it comes to meta, like that we're all looking at. But we are going to also jump over to some fullbacks, some CDMs. But for the most part, we've got some strikers. I mean, look at the state of this card, bro. 80 rated. Amora, 90 pace, 81 shooting. This is definitely a guy to look at in terms of like, you know, building your team around him. By the way, I always say it, I feel like Bundesliga has the best cards when it comes to meta. I remember like last FC, I think it was, people were rocking like Adeyemi, Marlon, and those cards were absolutely pouncing, bro. So I definitely think someone like Adeyemi actually I want to showcase. But first, quick step, base, rapid as well. Bro has 2 running play styles. What are we doing? Let's actually jump over to the card that I want to show you. Not really, I didn't really include him, but I want to actually first see his card. He's going to be very expensive, boys. It's Adeyemi. Positions, amazing. Versatile as well. 96 pace. Probably one of the fastest, quickest guys in the game. And he has quick step plus. Now, as you can see, he's so quick, he has quick step plus as well. This card is going to be a menace, but I think he's going to be too expensive. So we'll swiftly move over to Malcom. Welcome to Malcom, 82 rated. 89 pace, kind of A very underrated league as well is Saudi. I mean, we're looking at like Malcom, right? 82 rated. If this guy was in Prem, he's easily jumped up 30k, let's be honest. But I think for the most part, he's going to be kind of relatively cheap. Could be a little bit up in price because people are like going to be drawn to these type of cards in the start. But I feel like because everyone's going to open packs and stuff, he won't be expensive, bro. But I definitely think Saudi is going to be a nice one. Let's jump over to another CM now. We're moving over to like box-to-box beasts. Man like Pacey. Same thing, like kind of a cheaper McTominay, you could say. He looks insane, by the way, McTominay, that is. Technical only base. Now, as I said, most of these gold cards, bro, are not going to have the most significant, you know, play styles and stuff. So bear in mind, but I think for the most part, what you want to do is kind of look at reactions. I feel like that helps so much when it comes to even a defensive outlet, because that's going to show how quick they are in terms of like basically reacting. You know, if you have a CM, you want someone to be in that midfield having their head on their shoulders, if that makes sense, because you don't want someone with bad reactions. Trust me, in the start of the game it's not good. However though, 81 looking nice. We got Pogba back in the game now. Let's just be honest, we know there's going to be a flashback for this man right here, and I'm so excited. I'm just happy he's back, man. Yeah, obviously he had that whole scandal, obviously with the doping and stuff, but I'm happy he's back. 79 Pogba. I'll be real, the card looks utter ass, but I feel like in the start of the game, having that physical presence, you know, 79 Pogba, bro, why not get him in your team? Jump over to the center backs. Now, as I said, we got different positions. Ibañez, he's going to be kind of pricey because a lot of people are looking at his card and he's got a lot of pace. I'll be real, I'd give or take this card maybe 30 to 50k in the start of the game. Might drop a little bit more even. Call it after week 1 because people are going to pack him. But yeah, precision header, that's a new one. A long ball jockey, by the way. Now, we already knew how OP jockey was in FC 24/25. This card in the start of the game with that pace with jockey base, that's going to be a menace. Trust me, insane card. I feel like a lot of people is going to try and get him, and he pretty much has everything ticked off except for anticipate for the base. But yeah, very nice card indeed. Let's jump over to, yeah, I don't know why I included this guy right here. I think I seen his card and I just added him, but yeah, these type of cards you kind of want to avoid unless you pack them untradeable. Mbeumo, this guy's going to be expensive. I feel like a lot of people speak about him. You know, he's in United now, just got signed. So those type of factors, you know, he's going to make these cards a little bit expensive. But Game Changer Plus, that's a new one as well. Very interested to see what that's going to do. I feel like that's going to be a very OP shooting mechanic in the game. It's kind of similar to like low driven, you could say. So yeah, overall, I think, is that not Trevela, right? Yeah, I think it is. And then we got obviously a couple of cards left. I didn't really want to include too much cards because then I'd just be yapping, mumbling. Do you know what I mean? But definitely tell me in the comments though who you guys think is going to be the best. Wesley, sorry. Wesley is crazy. We got Roma, Brazilian as well. 89, kind of like a Mycon, you could say. Yeah, overall, man, I feel like this guy is going to be insane because he has the pace, firstly. So I think when it comes to fullbacks, center backs, you want to have the pace, man. I feel like anything above, even defending, bro, literally just have pace so you can catch up and obviously learn the meta and mechanics of the game. Yes, obviously defending is going to be vital, but I feel like pace is just always a factor, man. Trust me. Yeah, I'm sorry, boys. I had to include him. We all know this guy, speaking of scandals, is the main scandal himself. Greenwood. Now, I don't know about you boys, but his card always in the start of the game. 5-star weak foot. Pretty much insane everywhere. Central, right, left, versatile. I just wish he didn't do what he did because this man in United would have absolutely cooked right now still. Yeah. Nonetheless, though, when it comes to an actual card, imagine the Evo potential for him. Insane. Yeah. Lookman, going to be a little bit expensive, I think, for a lot of people. Evo potential, he's got insane pace, very nice stats, always good in the start of the game since I think FIFA 23, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, got decent playstyles as well. Xavi Simons is also another expensive one now. I did say realistic. At the end of the day, man, a lot of people's going to get some coins as well in the start, you know, especially with the FC pack openings and stuff. So you might as well pick up some heavy hitters, but not too expensive, if that makes sense. So man like Xavi Simons, obviously in Tottenham right now, might have the Prem tax. That's the issue. But overall, decent card. De Gea, feel like a lot of people Love these team of the season / futties. I feel like this version right here, the 85 goalkeeper, is going to be in so much people's teams. I think he's going to be attainable. He won't be too expensive. And I feel like he's going to be very, very good. Because when it comes to goalkeepers, you got to look at a few things. Reflexes, firstly. Handling, secondly. And then reactions in-game. Now, I don't think they have the stats for that. But very, very nice goalkeeper to pick up. Maybe build a backline of like a couple of, what is it? Serie A Donnies. I think another good one is going to be, trying to think of center backs. What's this one guy's name? Let's just see. I don't know. You can actually look. Trending players. Got a couple of cards here. Ronaldo 85, bro. Isn't that insane? Man, oh man. Still looks usable, I can't lie. He's gonna actually be relatively cheap. I think under 100k easily. Man like Balde, he's gonna be quite expensive, but I felt like to a certain point there's gonna be so much good pacey fullbacks that I wouldn't say go under the radar because he is in Barca, so he will be kind of pricey, but nothing crazy. Because if you need, trust me, I think it's actually most vital to have pacey fullbacks. Like, you need to have it, trust me. Especially someone of his caliber that has the upped defense. So anything above 90 pace with above 75 defending, perfect fullback in my opinion. Got the very, I think last midfielder, 85, Scotty McTominay, bro. Scotty McSauce. Pretty much an insane midfielder. I think anybody would love this guy in their team because firstly, box to box. Secondly, can play the CDM role. I just feel like he's going to dominate the midfield if you have him in the team, but he's going to be expensive. Yeah, that's the issue. He's going to be like 50k. Well, it depends what you deem as expensive. I feel like for the most part, medium to expensive at least. And then the very last or second last is going to be, I don't know how you say this guy's name because there's so much different sayings. Some people say Mekta. Some people say in Mecca. Some people say in Mecha. I don't know, bro. Tell me in the comments, boys. Nonetheless, speaking of box to box though, he's going to be kind of pricey because of the links as well. But nothing crazy. I think like 20k. Adeyemi, Marlon, some couple of nice cards, bro, to link. Very last one's going to be Anthony Elanga. He might actually be one of, in my opinion, a card that I actually will go out and pick. Why I say this? Explosive, low-driven shot base, rapid quick step, insane pace, decent shooting for a winger, 5-star weak foot, bro. Is it 5-star weak foot or skill moves? Let's see. It's 5-star weak foot, which I think is personally better because passing, the shooting, do you know what I mean? This might be like low-key a Saint Maximin regen, bro. But now, tell me who's your favorite like potential card that you're going to look at. Apparently, Ekitike might win Player of the Month as well. Hey, it's about that time, bro. I love this time of the year, I can't lie. Hit the like, subscribe, boys. I will catch you in the next one, man. Have a sweet one. Peace.